When goddess Sati sacrificed her body, Lord Shiva was devastated and roamed the universe carrying her lifeless form. To restore cosmic balance and save creation, Lord Vishnu released his Sudarshan Chakra. As a result, 52 parts of Sati's body fell on different places on earth, and each place became a sacred Shakti Peeth. Among these powerful and mysterious Shakti Peeths is hingula, where Sati's Brahmarandra, the source of supreme cosmic energy, is believed to have fallen. It is believed that hingula was initially worshipped in Karachi, which was part of undivided India before independence and is now in Pakistan. In ancient times, Karachi was an important spiritual center. Hingula was worshipped as the family deity of King Nala, and this worship continued generation after generation. The goddess protected the kingdom and remained a guiding divine force for the royal lineage. With the passage of time, King Nala ruled Vidarbha, which lies in present-day Maharashtra. Hingula also journeyed with him from Karachi to Vidarbha, continuing her divine presence and blessings. Thus, the Shakti of hingula traveled across regions, connecting distant lands through faith and devotion. Between 1078 and 1147 AD, King Chodaganga Deva ruled Orissa for nearly 72 years. His greatest achievement was the construction of the magnificent Jagannath temple at Puri, one of the grandest examples of Odisha's temple architecture. The temple is monumental in design, majestic in structure, and rich in sculptural and artistic beauty. It stands today as a symbol of devotion, culture, and divine engineering. The kitchen of Lord Jagannath is unique in the entire world and is often called the world's greatest hotel. Every single day, 64 poti of bhoga, known as Mahaprasad, are prepared here. This sacred food offering is sufficient to feed more than 10,000 devotees daily, following age-old traditions without modern machinery. According to legend, Queen Gundicha, the Queen of Puri, once wished to offer 64 poti of bhoga to Lord Jagannath every day. She prayed and sought divine permission for this grand offering. Lord Jagannath appeared in the king's dream and instructed him that such a massive and sacred kitchen could only be managed with the blessings of hingula. The Lord commanded the king to worship hingula to ensure the smooth and divine functioning of the temple kitchen. Following this divine instruction, the king of Puri travelled to Vidarbha and sought the help of King Nala to bring hingula's Shakti to Puri. King Nala agreed, honoring the divine command. The journey from Vidarbha to Puri was long and difficult. The route likely passed through Raipur, Sambalpur, and Talcher regions that were once covered with dense forests and had very little human habitation. As the journey progressed, the king finally reached Gopalgarh by evening. Exhausted, he decided to rest near the banks of the Singhada river. Unaware at that moment, this place would soon become sacred forever, deeply connected with the divine presence of hingula. Hingula is not merely a goddess of one region. She is the Shakti that sustains the divine system of Lord Jagannath, the unseen power behind the world-famous Mahaprasad, and a living symbol of India's ancient spiritual continuity. The king of Puri, deeply devoted to Lord Jagannath, prayed with complete surrender to the fiery goddess hingula, seeking her divine support for the sacred and uninterrupted preparation of Mahaprasad in the Sri Mandir. His prayers were intense and sincere, filled with faith and humility. Moved by his devotion, hingula appeared before the king in her radiant, fiery form. She agreed to accompany the king of Puri and extend her divine energy to sustain the sacred system of the Jagannath temple. However, the goddess placed a strict condition upon the king. The condition was clear and absolute: during the entire journey, the king must never turn back to look at her. The king would only know of the goddess's presence by the soft sound of her anklets, and his faith alone would guide him forward. The king accepted the condition without hesitation and began his journey. As the journey progressed, the king traveled through rocky paths and dense forests, especially during the darkness of night. There was no human presence, no light, and no guide, only the deep silence of the forest. The king moved forward relying solely on the continuous sound of hingula's anklets, which reassured him that the goddess was following him. When the king reached Gopal Prasad in the Talcher region, something unexpected occurred. Suddenly, the sound of the anklets stopped. The forest fell silent. Doubt entered the king's mind. Fear and uncertainty overpowered his faith, and in that moment of weakness, the king turned back, breaking the divine promise he had made. The moment the king turned around, hingula, who was following him riding a horse, instantly transformed into a rock statue. The journey came to an end. Immediately, a divine voice echoed from the sky, declaring that hingula would forever remain present at Gopal Prasad. It is believed that the king of Talcher later built a temple at this sacred place where hingula manifested herself. From that day onward, hingula became the eternal Shakti of the region. It is also firmly believed that the daily cooking of Mahaprasad at the Sri Jagannath temple is possible only through the divine power of hingula. Hingula thus remains the fiery guardian of faith,
reminding humanity that divine grace flows through unwavering belief and that doubt, even for a moment, can alter destiny forever.